I got just a few flowers and vegetables the other day when we went to the store. I wasn't able to get everything because we were in kind of a hurry, but I want to get what we got. I want to get these in the ground before they dry out. I don't think I've ever had these. This is Calibrachoa, but they attract butterflies. Ever since Peyton died, I've become that person who smiles at every butterfly that lands nearby or flies in front of me, and I just thank him for the sweet little sign. So if I can attract more butterflies, then I will. I thought these were pretty, kind of a light, they say pink, but some of them are a little purple, and we always just say purple for Peyton. This has grown so much since I weeded it a couple weeks ago. I need to get this transplanted. This is another white mulberry. Yeah, there's a brand of potato that's growing. I threw a potato in here last year and it came back. I guess I didn't dig it up and it just repotted itself. I pulled up some of the sunflowers. I might leave a few, just depends, because they do suck the nutrients out of your soil. I don't want it taking it from the pretty flowers. So let's see how I want to arrange these. Maybe put these right here. All these, there's several silver maples I need to dig up and transplant out in the yard. We'll just put that. Just trying to keep this flower bed really pretty, just blooming with flowers. It's the very first flower bed I ever had, and it's something Peyton and I would always come out here and plant together. So I just want to keep it pretty and thriving in honor of Peyton. People talk about what not to say to someone who's grieving, and I do it too, because it's so easy to say what not to say, or to, don't stay silent. That speaks volumes to someone who's grieving. But what's a good thing to say to a parent who's lost a child or anyone who's lost a loved one is just, I'm sorry, and I'm here for you, and actually mean it. Actually be there. Don't say that I'm here for you and never show up, because that hurts more than anything. When people stop showing up, it feels like a second loss to those who are grieving, because you feel even more isolated and alone. Another good thing is when you do show up, don't expect the person who is grieving to hold a conversation, really. Yeah, sometimes some people do because everyone grieves differently, but sometimes just show up and just sit in silence with them. Let them cry to you. Tell them that I know this sucks. And there's no silver lining when it comes to losing your child or losing anybody. That's one thing I can't stand, is when someone tries to turn your loss into something, tries to make a positive spin out of it. There's nothing positive that comes out of watching your child die. There's no silver lining when your kid dies. Just say, it sucks. I know this sucks. It's hard. Just acknowledging how difficult this is, and saying that there's no timeline for you being sad, because there isn't. There's no timeline to people's grief. It just means everything to us, to people who are grieving, when people keep showing up. It has only been a year since Peyton died. It's kind of frustrating when people ask how long it's been. It's almost like, what does it matter? It doesn't matter if it was a month ago, a year ago, 10 years ago. It's still incredibly hard and sucks more than anything that your kid died. So it doesn't matter how long it's been. It's not just because it's fresh. In my mind, it's still fresh. It has only been a year. I'm gonna have to move this guy. Another thing is acknowledging our loved one who has died, like Peyton. Continuing to say his name, even if it does make us cry, it's because we're sad. We're always going to be sad. Our child died. Continuing to bring him up in conversation, for us anyway, I'm sure a lot of other parents would agree, is that's one thing that we are so scared of, because we've already lived through the worst things possible, watching our child die. But another fear of ours is Peyton being forgotten, and that his name will never get brought up in conversation ever again, or that he won't be included in stuff, because he mattered. He still matters. His life mattered. And so to bring him up in conversation, tell stories about him, what our favorite memory is, means so much to us. We need to go plant this little guy. I don't know where though. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to dig a hole with this dinky shovel. I really don't feel like getting in the garage and getting the big shovel. Hopefully I can, since we've had so much rain. Not bad. Should probably put soil down, but I really don't have any. I'd have to steal it out of the garden, so this will have to do. All of his birds sound so pretty. Nice and muddy. Like, we need to move this tree, all these little trees. I just really don't feel like doing it right now. I'm gonna get mud in my hair. I really need to transplant all that mint. For those of you who don't know, don't ever plant mint in your garden bed. It is so invasive. It's like a good spot. Might just have to dig it up all together and replant it. There's some growing right there. There's some growing on our storm shelter where I just threw some and it replanted itself. Gardening is such a beautiful thing. Just working with your hands is therapy itself. You know, it releases endorphins when you touch dirt and just helps me feel not worse, because nothing makes you feel better. So working in my garden, working with the dirt, planting things, helping things stay alive is my form of therapy. And so is baking. These will grow and be all pretty. I can't remember what this is called, but I started with 3 plants and it's just gone crazy. It's beautiful. Just pops up everywhere. Same thing for this. This is a butterfly attractor too. So I'm excited for everything to bloom and to see beautiful butterflies. Like I said, I just feel like it's a little sign from Peyton. I'm gonna pull up these sunflowers. All these are sunflowers. They grow so well here, and it's just from my bird seed. I don't even plant them. A sweet little memory I have of Peyton. I have so many. Every memory is so sweet after your child dies. Well, not every memory, not seizures and surgeries. I wanted to make a huge circle of sunflowers with a space to pull Peyton's wheelchair in. And I have a picture I'll show right here of us out there all day digging up, planting sunflowers. I was transplanting all the sunflowers. None of them made it though, unfortunately. But I just thought it would be such a beautiful escape for Peyton and I to go in and just sit and just enjoy the pretty flowers. Maybe one day I'll try to do it again. You know, obviously it's not going to be the same without him, but he was so happy that day. He was smiling and kicking. I haven't recorded. I don't think I ever posted it. Maybe I will one day. I just like sharing memories of Peyton, keeping them on my feed because it helps me feel like he's still with us. And like I said before, we just don't want him to be forgotten. I really like to buy perennials because I really hate spending money on something that's only going to survive for one season. Something that comes back year after year is worth your money. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like after your child dies, everything has deeper meaning. And I don't want something that's just going to die after one season. And I think I'm going to plant this other one over here. Oh, we're going to have to replace these maybe even this year. They're so rotted. Sometimes I like to have matchy, like the same flower in the same spot. And sometimes I don't. Just like to make it unique. So you have different pops of color, different places. Break the roots up so he starts growing. Like this is all mint. I'll go throw that summer and it will replant itself. I don't want it taking over my garden again. Some right here. Might dig a little bit. It'll start growing here. There's pretty flowers. I'm gonna put this one probably right here. This was such a beautiful plant. It looked like it survived the winter, then we had the other snow, and I don't think it made it. I think I just need to pull it up. It brings me so much joy when I hear Peyton's name. That's why every time we go and get coffee somewhere, we go get a to-go order, we put Peyton's name down just to be able to hear his name called out. It just brings a smile to our face. Something as simple as that. Or when someone just randomly brings him up. It means more to us than people realize. Really need to weed eat around here. I believe this is milkweed that replanted itself, which is very pretty when it blooms and it attracts butterflies. Now all I have left is this lemon coral. I'm not sure where to put it. Might put one right there, and then, I don't know, maybe the other one over here. Another thing is be patient with the grievers. There's no timeline for being back to normal, because truth be told, there's no normal after your child dies. There's no normal. There's no going back to the person you were before, because truthfully, the way I feel, and so many other parents I know, like you died the day your child died, and you're a whole new person now. There's a before and an after. Just be patient. We're not going to want to do the things we did before. Things that might seem simple and easy to you are very overwhelming and extremely difficult for someone who is going through deep, profound loss. Something as simple as going to the grocery store or going to family events or holidays. Those are not easy. They're not easy at all. And especially for parents like us, that stuff wasn't like the norm for us. For the longest time, we just kept to ourselves, limited where we went with Peyton. It wasn't worth the risk for us. I can't tell you how many times Peyton's specialist told us when he was still here, the reason why he was still here with us is because the way we lived with Peyton, how we took care of him, how it was exceptional care, and how we were careful with where we took him and who he was around, because you never know when someone's sick or who's been around someone sick. And that wasn't worth it to us. And I'm thankful we did that, because we wouldn't have gotten 10 years with Peyton if we didn't. You have no idea what this life is like, what we're feeling every single day when our eyes open and our feet hit the floor. Just give us grace, be patient, and know that things are not going to go back to the way that they were. We're just trying to figure out life day by day, a life that we never wanted, a life we never asked for. We're just trying to figure it out and survive, to be completely honest.